Alright, stand by starboard guns. You have the shot, shoot them.
Ahoy!
Yes.
You wanna shoot?
I was like a rowboat.
Open fire.
God, they're just being kind and you're just open fire. Blow them.
Over there, boys.
Someone's right here. Below us.
Ready for him? Yep.
Yeah. They're coming onto the, left.
Raise the rear sail. You wanna give him a chance to fight?
Do we want to? Yeah, let's do it.
Look at a look at yourself, boy. Do you want a chance to redeem yourself?
Just Aaron Plumber 181.
I see you have a fine rowboat there, boy.
I'll make a proposition for you. You can strike me
Who
down
told you
in
this?
single combat. With your sword alone. Or let you row away to your meager life of chicken smuggling. What do you say?
How does that sound to you, boy?
Think we got a mute here, boys.
Is that the truth? You're not gonna find a gunpowder barrel up there, boy, I'll tell you that. I'm gonna find a look at this dimwit, Pilgrim.
Dude, he's just gonna convince me.
Can you hear me, jean jacket? Or your skull too thick? You wanna fight?
Block him in, like, box him in.
I'm gonna find a look at this one, Pilgrim.
What?
I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen to you now, Princess Skills. Since you cannot fight and you show no absolute skill at all, we're gonna be making you walk the plank. And if you don't walk the plank, we're gonna blow your brains across this dam. You understand me? Off you go now. Take your damn rowboat and you get out of here. But first, we're gonna walk you. We're gonna make you watch us kill your friend. Where's that sick thing? And if we can't find your friend, it'll be you that'll be across this deck.
Oh, he jumped off! There he goes!
Where's my hollow point flintlock?
Everyone with flintlocks ready. Take him out. Take him out.
He's getting away! Oh,
I made it.
he got away.
Too good.
Oh, we got a. Oh, is there a
There's a red.
pattern
Here,
shot?
I'll take him out. Rock bullet.
Ooh, excellent shot, sir.
Holy shit. Alright, y'all ready?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna start this whole thing off by saying there's different types of D&D players out there.
Uh-huh.
There's you know, some people are really tactical and really enjoy some of the combat. And,
Sorry, I beat you
for a
to
little
it.
bit, that's sometimes me. There's some people who are really story driven and really like a good story to be told, and that's also a little bit me too. There's some people who like a really good character to be played, you know, like a I'm just killing shells.
Jesus Christ.
Because I know that
Because she just knows what the story is.
I
and
know
we just,
that I'm none of these
Mark's like,
according to you
Mark's
right
like
now.
trying to immerse
Well,
himself.
I'm trying to tell a story here. So there's also, you know, people, we're talking about the people who like a good character, like the faces of drama, like the smiling mask and the frowning mask. You know, that's all really cool to them. And there's some people who really just like immersing themselves in the fantasy. None of those are chill. There's some D&D players who just like the little thing. It was there's a magic item out there. You know, the Dungeon Master's book has a lot of really cool magic items. You can spend like 2 hours just reading, flipping through, just reading through a lot of these really cool, intriguing items that have a lot of really interesting effects that could permanently change. Blah blah blah. Right? Chelsea took one look for like 5 seconds, saw the bag of beans, and was just like audibly said, "Holy fuckity heckity shit."
I
She-
need.
So when someone loves something so much, you can't just not put it in there, not give them the opportunity. I gave them a really boring fucking quest that led to them getting it. It's so boring, it's not even worth telling
Yeah, I hear you.
how they got this bag of beans. It's just they went into a cave and killed some bears. Okay, so, um, the story isn't about how she got the beans
The
or
story is
her preparation. It
No,
was
my
how she
preparation is-
fucking...
my preparation is honestly really solid.
The beans are significant, Justin, you sick, disgusting fuck. You vomit all over your cheeks and face. How did that happen? Did you vomit out your nose? Go clean yourself off. Jump off the fucking deck, dude. I'm telling a story. So, the beans activate when you water them. That's it. You just put some, add water. It's literally like those 1960s commercials. Anyways, she just one day casually says, "Alright, in the middle of like town preparation, boring shit, she just says, yeah, I'm just I fill up a glass bottle of water, and I get pack a little bit of dirt with me, and I think I'm set to go." No one even really
No one
caught
gives
it. Whatever, doesn't matter. 2 or 3 sessions later, I have to paint the picture of this epic journey I give them.
The adventurers must retrieve the sword.
Yeah, yeah.
Badass angel sword, angelic badass kick-ass sentient blade from an Afridi, and I did an amazing job portraying an Afridi. Inside lives in this volcano in a brass castle with salamander like butlers and guards. That and he leans back on this giant obsidian throne with like lava flowing around him.
Is an Afridi the...
Afridi is a
It's a-
fire elemental god. They're like a not god, but they're like
Like a genie.
they're literally
Yeah.
genies. And
They're
the way
like
genies
evil
works, genies are like the rulers of that particular element. So a genie could be a fire genie, and they're called Ifriti.
Yeah,
Hey.
Ifriti's like the fire genies.
A earth genie, and they're called, oh god, Jinn?
Jinn, something like that. Yeah.
The Jinn, and that's
Yeah.
actually the Arabic way of pronouncing genie, which is the origin of the word genie to begin with. Okay, that harpoon might fuck me up, dude.
Well,
No, it
wasn't meant
saved
to.
you. This was a tight fit. Oh god.
All right, drop the anchor now, please. Cool. Alright.
Oh crap. Oh dang. Oh gosh. Oh heck.
Oh yeah, eat shit. Okay, so the whole quest is this Afridi has a large horde of cool like things, and Afridis are like evil dudes, straight up. They're like very lawful and martial, but they're fucking twisted, and I love them. And I portrayed them with so much. I'll put it this way: they walk into this brass castle that's in the fucking mountains, and by mountains I mean volcano. And he's leaning back, drinking margarita lava. He's just drinking lava. Like from these martini glasses. Almost looking things. I describe them as wine glasses.
I feel like it was also relevant to say that we had one of our players was I play a turtle, and then one of our other players was disguised as a turtle, and we were like trying to do this really stupid brother sister act that wasn't working too.
So this Afridi they're turtles specifically because this Afridi demands tribute from these turtles, this turtle village nearby. Anyway, leaning back, this Afridi is like, "And why have you entered my castle?" Just asking all this, being all bad.
Yeah.
He demands
Dude,
an
dude, why are
offering.
you in my house?
He demands an offering.
Like, I live here. Yeah.
And they come bearing a gift. And it's like this wrapped up fucking roadkill that they thought would be great. It's like this. He picks it up and he throws it, and he does a large boisterous laugh. Like, this is a fucking joke. But he loves it. He loves that he was given this piece of shit from these 2 poor turtles who weren't wearing anything. And wow. And then he's like, really no. And he's got the salamanders lower all their flaming tridents on the two of them. What have you really brought me? Tell me nothing. And then fucking Chelsea pulls out the bean and the 2 bottles. And she puts the water on the fucking beans. And let me tell you what happened. Bag of beans works by you roll a D100 and a random effect happens. I'm gonna tell you she rolled double zeros, which means 100 out of 100.
That's the best one.
And what happened? It was literally Jack and the Beanstalk. A giant stalk, like a giant, massive vine just shoots up out of the bean, blows through the roof of his grass castle. And a castle made of clouds with a giant living up in it appears above the volcano, revealing itself.
And I just stood there like, I'm in for that to happen.
The genie stares up, and he's like, now that is a gift of why I can see worthy. He's like, clap. And then he was a little pissed because they were using it. He's like, and here's my little twist. I'm like, because genies can detect magic. I'm like, but wait. I can tell you've been using a little stone. A little bit of magic, perhaps. What is that? And he like points at the person holding it. And I get him all mad, and he's like, I thought this would be a business agreement between us, just us individuals. Given this new circumstance, I have one final request. And, bring me the soul of the giant that lives in there. So here's the cool thing. That sword was a sentient sword, because he sucked up the soul of the paladin. Okay, I'm telling this wrong. The sword they need from this genie. Genies grant wishes. A paladin about 100 years ago comes to this genie demanding, or hoping for a wish. I wish for a sword powerful enough to defeat my enemies and bring back glory to my temple.
Make me a magic
So
sword.
she puts her soul into the sword and gives it so much power, but she can't do anything because she's trapped in the sword.
What?
I know, genies are great. So, in order to trade to get this sword, they have to put the soul of this cloud giant into a hammer, and he taps the hammer, Chelsea's hammer. And now bring me my soul,
He done made a mistake by touching my hammer.
They start climbing up. They're about to go kill this cloud giant when Chelsea's like, guys, before the session, she's like, guys, I have an actually different plan. Let's see if we can befriend the cloud giant and kill the genie and trap his soul in the hammer instead. And so they did. They talked to the cloud giant. It was literally the fee-fi-fo-fum shit.
Yeah. Fee-fi-fo-fum.
And then, they talk to him and they come back down. The genie's, pissed immediately. I see my hammer, and it doesn't even matter. Cloud Giant lands down, does the fucking superhero. And it's just the genie puts up this firewall, and he's got the fire elementals and, the salamanders. It's a cool fight. And the Cloud Giant just runs through the wall of fire spell and just grapples him immediately. It was a really cool sequence. It had a dragon turtle that was just neutral, but
What was his name? I love him.
Dappo.
Dappo!
Because it was a turtle town, I thought it makes sense that the dragon turtle would actually be friends with the turtle town.
Dappo
And help them out a bit.
Awesome. And it was the only time I got to use my Aquian.
And it was so cool because the dragon turtle would be like, I would smash that genie if I could. But he couldn't, because he's just trapped in the...
I love him. Dappo is my friend.
Holy shit.
What is happening, by the way?
I'm talking alright, you.
What is happening, by the way?
The ship's fine, Chelsea.
Okay.
Don't even worry about it. And he just. Someone's gonna pull up here and just see this going on.